Welcome, Mr. Handicap. I want to thank all of you for your well wishes last week. I really appreciate it. Last week I had lithotripsy. I'm feeling a lot better right now. I only picked one race last weekend. Now this weekend I'm going to pick a few more. There's some really good races at the fairgrounds. And I'll tell you what, if you haven't subscribed, hit the subscribe button so you can be instantly notified when I post my picks. Let's take a look at race number 13. The Fairgrounds Racetrack on Saturday. The Grade 2 Risen Star Stakes, a mile and an eighth, with a purse of $400,000. It's a Derby prep race with 50 points going to the winner. Let's talk a little bit about the horse that the race is named after, Risen Star. Risen Star was the 1988 Louisiana Derby winner. I remember Risen Star vividly because I was a little kid when I was at the Fairgrounds Racetrack and I watched him win the Louisiana Derby. Risen Star would later go on to finish third in the Kentucky Derby behind Winning Colors and finish won the Preakness. Then follow that up with winning the Belmont Stakes by 15 lengths. The son of Secretariat, out of 11 races, won 8, finished second twice, and finished third. Never out of the money in his career. Let's take a look at the horses that I think are contenders in this field. And I'm going to tell you something. I think this is a wide open race. There's a bunch of contenders in this field. You can make an argument for at least half the field. Let's look at the number 5 horse, Epicenter. Broke his maiden at Churchill Downs and followed that up with a win at the Fairgrounds in the Gun Runner by 6.5. Last time out in the LeCompte, got pressured early on a little bit, probably went a little bit faster than he really wanted to. Got hit at the wire, lost by a head to 28-1 long shot. Call me Midnight. I'm quite sure he's going to be forwardly placed again in this race. I don't know what kind of pressure he's going to receive. He might receive a little more pressure in this one. But I think the other horses that like to be forwardly placed, I don't think they can really run with Epicenter. I think Epicenter is faster than them. I'm a huge fan of these Not This Time 3-year-old colts. I'm definitely using Epicenter on my tickets. Then I want to take a look at the 7 horse, Zanden, the only horse in this field with a race at the distance of a mile and an eighth. And last time out, he ran well in the Grade 2 Remsen. He only lost by a nose. He debuted at 6 furlongs, Belmont. Won his debut. Chad Brown showed a lot of confidence in this horse to run him out at a mile and an eighth next time out. And he was very impressive. He lost to Mo Donegal. I'll tell you, Irad Ortiz, very aggressive on Mo Donegal in the stretch. Bumped Zanden a couple times, pinned him up against the rail. It was a steward's inquiry, but they kept Mo Donegal up. They very well could have pulled Mo Donegal down and made Zanden the winner. But Zanden held his own in that race. And I think this horse is going to love the long stretch at the fairgrounds because he's got a nice late kick. He really brings it on in the stretch. I think it's going to benefit Zanden a lot. Using Zanden on my tickets. Next horse I want to look at is the 10 horse, the Doug O'Neill shipper. Slow Down Andy. Last out, he won the Los Alamitos Futurity over Messier. Last week, Messier in the Bob Lewis destroyed that field by 15 lengths. It's a very impressive win by Slow Down Andy in the Los Al. And I noticed this horse is showing improvement every race. Looks sharp in his maiden debut. Finished second stakes race at Del Mar. and his last out race was his most impressive race. He gets a little green in the stretch, though. If you go back and you watch that Los Al Futurity race, got in the stretch, he got the lead, and he got a little distracted. He started looking at the grandstand. That's something they're going to have to work on with him a little bit. I'll tell you, he's a 3-year-old who's showing improvement every race. I'm going to use Slow Down Andy on my tickets. I don't want to look at the 8 horse, Smile Happy. Won its maiden debut at a mile and 16th with ease. Then followed that up with a win in the Kentucky Jockey Club, Grade 2 at Churchill. And he beat some quality horses in that race. That race actually turned out to be a very impressive race. Classic Causeway, who finished second. Last week, he won the Sam F. Davis. White Arborio finished third in that race 2 weeks ago. He destroyed that field in the Holy Bull. And even Call Me Midnight, who finished 7th in the Kentucky Jockey Club. Last month, won the Grade 3 LeCompte, 28-1 at the fairgrounds. He beat an impressive group of horses in that race, and he didn't just beat them, but he beat them by 3 1/4. The Smile Happy looks to be a very impressive horse. Now he's coming off a layoff that's almost 3 months. And his trainer, Ken McPeak, believe it or not, doesn't do well at the fairgrounds. According to Daily Racing Form Formulator, in the last 5 years, out of 61 races at the fairgrounds, Ken McPeak horses have only won 3 times. That's just something to keep in mind. I'm going to tell you, this is a wide open race. I'm going to definitely watch the tote board. There's a lot of different directions you can go. You may even want to look at some of the long shots in this race. Brad Cox has a couple long shots, and I don't ever like to leave Brad Cox off my tickets. And I'm telling you, long shots have done well in the Risen Star. Back in 2018, Bravazzo won at 21-1. In 2020, Modernist won at 12-1. I just think this is a really competitive field. And I will definitely watch the tote board. I'm going to give a very slight edge to Smile Happy to win this race. I'm going to use him over Epicenter, Zanden, and Slow Down Andy. And I can't keep this horse off my tickets. That's the 1 horse, Papa Cap. All he does is just race well in graded stakes races. Out of 6 races, 2 wins, 2 seconds, and a third. It's a change of jockey to Tyler Gaffleone. So I can't have tickets without Papa Cap. I'm going to use him as well. I think it's a great race. I think it's a great betting race. I'm giving a slight edge to Smile Happy in the Risen Star Stakes. Don't forget to hit the like button. Subscribe if you haven't. And let me know who you're picking. Good luck.